President Trump is weighing in on Florida's Attorney General race.
He endorsed James Uthmeier, ending speculation on whether he would support an ally of Governor Ron DeSantis. Facing South Florida host Jim DeFeeti joins us now to talk about what this all means. Jim, were you surprised by this?
You know, it's interesting. I was a little surprised that that President Trump came out now in support of it because, as you rightly pointed out, there's tension still between the Governor DeSantis camp and the President Trump's camp in Florida here. And Uthmeier, if you remember, was the campaign manager for Ron DeSantis. And the Trump folks don't forget that. The campaign that DeSantis and Uthmeier ran against the president in Iowa and other places for president. So that was an interesting thing. But look, James Uthmeier has been doing everything in his power to try to court Donald Trump. Alligator Alcatraz, that was Uthmeier's idea. The transfer of the land for Miami-Dade College for the Trump Library, it was Uthmeier who announced it. I think the kids say James Uthmeier would come across kind of thirsty, and that's what he was here for this. He was doing everything he could to get Donald Trump's attention, and it finally worked, and Donald Trump has now supported him, but only after, and I can report this, only after current House Speaker Danny Perez in Florida turned down the White House's pressure campaign to try to get him to run for Attorney General. And if that was the case, then Trump would have supported him. But once Danny Perez backed out of that, then the president really felt he had no choice but to support Uthmeier.
Well, Jim, there could be an obstacle for him. You've been reporting on the Hope, Florida investigation and missing $10 million in taxpayer money. Now there's a grand jury looking into this. That could have an impact, couldn't it?
No, absolutely. This is going to be a really interesting thing. This is another reason why I thought the president might stay out of this race for a little while. The grand jury is now meeting next week and starting to hear testimony in the Hope, Florida case in which $10 million of Medicaid money that was supposed to be reimbursed to the state of Florida ended up in the political campaigns for the anti-marijuana movement, a campaign that was led and a PAC that was led by James Uthmeier. So, you know, there are state legislators, Republicans, who have accused Uthmeier of participating in money laundering, and now we know that there is a state grand jury and potentially a federal grand jury looking into this in the weeks and months ahead.
We know the legislature looked into it. Now we'll see what happens with this grand jury. We'll be following it. Jim, thank you.